Let us get the camera right, ladies and gentlemen. We live. We already live. So they see us. It's just I gotta get this in place.
Okay.
Like that. Here we go. So I'm not gonna start until exactly 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Before like I'm talking to the camera, but then you'll start seeing people come up
Oh,
after they're gonna start popping
really?
up. You see the numbers will be changing and you'll see people talking in a minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, now.
Now I gotta pull it up here. I gotta refresh the screen. So guys, tonight we're gonna be talking about the purge, the purge, and we're gonna be talking about. Hold on, let's see. Talking about hello, how are you?
Hi.
There we go. And I'm gonna have to mute that. This is gonna be good. There we go. All right. Nope, not pause it, mute it. There we go. All right. So today I have my special guest, my mom-in-law, Miss D. I call her Mom D, Mom. And we're gonna be talking about what we went through as far as getting her to the point where she is now and how she feels about the transformation, the process that she's been going through. And I'm just going to talk to her. We're going to talk. It's going to be an interview, and she's going to talk to you about what she's going through, what she went through, and what she sees in the future. That's what we're going to talk about. Okay? So, now the first question is looking at where we are now, do you think that you would have done this or have been in this place if somebody talked to you 3 years ago? What would you think about what has already been done that would have occurred?
Absolutely none. If you hadn't came over and talked to me to get me to purge, because I felt I was purging and I wasn't. I moved one thing or two things and I thought I was doing something and I wasn't doing anything. But when you came over and you told me we had to purge, I didn't know what purge was until you said, that got to go. I'm like, no, no, you don't need that. Still got the tag on. No, you don't need that. Put that over there. Donate, keep, give away.
Yeah.
Until then, you got me to understand. And I know I should have been able to do that before now, but there's people out there that needs things that
They need that
I've been
push.
holding on
And
to and things that I can give them, but I needed you to push me to do that. And now that you have, I feel good about it.
And don't once you start a piece of here. When you said you feel good about it,
I
but
do.
doesn't it make you want to continue?
Oh, yes, I definitely want to continue.
Now, I have a question. The first part of her purge was this. Months ago, before we even started in the room, I said, I want to see if you're serious. That's what I said to me. I didn't say it to her. I want to see if she's serious. I said, Mom, it's only you in this house. You don't need all these dishes. You don't need this huge table. You don't need this curio cabinet with all this china, and you don't need all this stuff. For why? And she looked at me like, yeah, you're right, but what am I gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a lot of resistance, but it was like a look of like, okay, what am I gonna do with it? It's too much. I don't know what to do.
And I didn't.
Right. So we talked about that. We sat down. I said, I know you want peace in your mind. And I told her, I recall when we were staying there while we was renovating our house, I remember her on the phone before she went to work talking to somebody, telling some, ooh, once they leave, I think I'm gonna start just trying to get this house together and clearing it out. And I was like, I can't wait to see what she does because I really want her to do that because she has a lot of things, purses and just things, just a lot of things. She's one that likes to buy in numbers. Like she don't just buy one or two. It's like I'm gonna get every color. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get every color. So I was telling my husband, I said, babe, I wish that I can just start purging for her, but I think that would be really rude. So we kind of left it alone. I never said nothing more about it. So the time was right. We talked. And when we talked about it, she was not adamant about it, but she was more so like, okay, you telling me I need to. And it's like what she just said. When you tell somebody they need to do something versus let us. We're going to. It's different
Right.
because it feels less of a burden when I say, hey, this is what we're going to do. You don't feel so overwhelmed. But when I tell you to do it, you felt overwhelmed.
I did, and
Okay.
nothing got done. I didn't do a thing. Did
She
I
kept,
didn't do a thing.
every time I come over,
I didn't do a thing.
it was like, oh, I got rid of that little bag. It'd be something little that I can't even remember because it was so little. It wasn't an
Yes,
obvious change. You know what I mean? So I wait. I was like, mm-hmm. It looked like no. On your fireplace, you did clear.
I did.
You cleared the
'Cause
elephants.
I know when you come in, you
a
can see it.
lover
That's the
of
only reason.
elephants. Elephants. The little porcelain shoes.
Shoes,
Every
and
type
shoe
of little
collection.
shoes. She had so many in black, African American figurines.
Yeah, figurines, yes.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Elephants everywhere. Everywhere, okay? So I told her that was what the first thing she needed to start with. She was like, I got to get rid of my collection. I said, yeah. I said, if I went and stole some of them, you probably wouldn't even know which ones I stole.
No.
She was like, no, I wouldn't. So obviously, they're not that important to you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You are going to remember the things that are very, very important to you. I don't care what's in the house.
Right.
If somebody say run in there and get something that you really, really love, you're going to go get that thing. It's not going to be something you be like, oh, no, because it's going to always be on the brain. So if I can take something from you and you not even miss it or know that it's there, you can get rid of it. And that's what I told her. She
Yes.
was like, you know what?
That's
You're
true.
right.
Right.
And what you start doing with those?
I started packing them up. I kept just only special ones, and that was only a few. Because she had me to understand, you don't need all this. This is nothing but clutter. And that's all it was. But I couldn't understand it until she kept saying, you're not going to miss it. You're not going to miss it. And when I took it down, I didn't miss it, and I still don't miss it.
Right.
I packed it up, and I gave it to some people that I know that would appreciate it. But, it's hard to purge if you have to do it by yourself. But if you have somebody working with you, you can get it done.
How did it feel when you had all that stuff on that mantle?
Oh.
When you used to come in the house? Was it
Yeah.
pretty? Because that's why you buy it, because
Yes,
it's pretty.
yes.
And it's cute and it's nice. Was it pretty every time you looked up there and just seen all this stuff? Even though they was organized and it was
Yeah.
up there, it was a whole bunch of them.
It was.
How did it feel? How does it feel now looking at your mantle?
I'm just tickled pink.
It's a different feeling,
it's
right?
It's a whole different feeling.
That's
You come in and you can feel the. I can breathe. It's very peaceful.
Right.
And my plants is loving it more.
Right.
Because
Right.
it was a bit much. It was a bit much.
Right.
But being in the situation that I was in when I was there, and I didn't want to get rid of nothing, but there comes a time when you have to make a change. So she had me to see that it was time to make a change. I don't care how old you get, you never get too old to where you can't make a change. Mm-hmm. And I just thank God today, as we sitting here, that she showed me that I can make that change. And I'm very proud, and I'm very happy, and I'm very glad, and I will continue on. Because
Right.
It's nothing like
The peace, right?
having a peace of mind. Because with all that clutter, I was just frustrated, and I'm like, when you go to try to dust or whatever, you got to dust all that, and you
Or
got to
be
move
careful
all that,
so
you
it
got to
won't
be
knock
very
over.
careful.
Yeah.
And then you really can't get it back the way that you've had it. So I'm just like,
It was too much.
it was a bit much.
Now, when you say it was a bit much, now, when you did the purging of the dining room, when you got rid of that stuff, I was surprised. When I came in, the whole dining room set was gone. And the whole dining room set was gone. It's empty in there, literally. I'm surprising her with her makeover. She hasn't seen anything. So I was able to lay down on the floor and do her headboard and get it cleaned up before she came home. That's how clear it is in the dining room. And the whole curio china cabinet thing is gone. She blessed somebody with that. So how did that make you feel, just getting all that stuff?
You know what? When I walked in the house, it was a different feeling when I walked in there. You can actually hear an echo that you couldn't hear before. But I just felt good. I'm looking around and I'm like, wow, what a difference that makes.
It does.
Because it was nothing but clutter. Nothing but
Doesn't it
clutter.
feel
It
like a fresh start?
it does.
It feels like a fresh
It
start.
does.
Like
It really
it
does.
really does, right?
Yes.
And okay, so sleep.
Oh man, I sleep real good.
Isn't there a difference
Yes, it's a
between
difference.
before and now?
Because you know why? I didn't really understand until you said to me, you know how you was feeling before you until you purged your house, and you couldn't sleep, you know, and it bothered you, and it really did. It bothered me. I was depressed, and I never let it show, but I was depressed, and you know, I was just like I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to come home to my house, but that's your house. You live there. You got
And
to
I
do something
just said
about it.
that.
And when you told me that 2 or 3 times, and I said to myself, now do you hear what she's saying? Do you understand what she's saying? Which I already knew that, but I didn't know how to go about
Beginning
beginning.
on your
I
own.
didn't know how to. Because, like I said, I moved 1 or 2 things, and that was it. I think I was doing
And
something.
tell them that. Like how she was saying to me, like when we went in her room, about how your space is so cluttered and it's so overwhelming. You're
Very.
doing it yourself.
Yes,
Truthfully, it's hard for you to let go.
it is.
I'm not attached to your stuff, so I can help you let go. You get what I'm saying? So it's easy for me to say, give me go, and take it to where it needs to go.
And she did.
And that's what I had to do. When you're in a space that's so overwhelmed, what she was doing was taking it and taking it from there and organizing it over here. Taking it from there to organize it. So it's still in the same space. Nothing is being purged. You just moving the clutter from one space to the next. Why? Because you don't know what to do and you don't know how to let
And
go.
I didn't. But she had said this particular day, she said, we're going to get some boxes, and we're going to have 3 different ones. We're going to have the donate, the giveaway, and the keep. So everything she was trying to donate and give away, I was trying to put the keep in there, but she went behind me. And I thank God, because she know how I am, and she know, listen, you got all this stuff. I had stuff I didn't even know I had for years.
She travels so much, right?
Yes.
She had bags, brand new Michael Kors bags, Coach bags and stuff, with rolled up t-shirts from Aruba, the Bahamas, Jamaica, just different places, just rolled up. And it was, you could tell it was souvenirs for somebody, but she buys so much of that stuff that she couldn't even remember it. We found so much money in different places. Like she had abundance of things. Like we found four, two pink and two blue, um, Bluetooth speakers to
Yeah.
connect your phone. She's like, those are gonna be gifts for somebody. Like she had bags that she forgot about, didn't even know, like with tags on it. We gave over
Yeah, we give a lot of
three
bags away.
trash bags full of handbags to the women's shelter. The
Yeah.
lady was like, still with tags on them. Nice bags. We gave away those in the process of the purge. If you'll see this, because I'm going to share this in the video of us purging her home, her room. We found two brand new laptops. Two brand new laptops. A Dell and an Acer, one thin Chromebook style and one bigger regular laptop in the process. She didn't even know if they worked. She didn't even know nothing. She just knew that they were stored somewhere and she had them. You get what I'm saying? Never even been, when I say new, the plastic was still on them. And you know how when you open up a new laptop, it tells you to register the item and put up, that's the screen that popped up. So it had never even been used. Two of them. And then it was a jar, a long, tall can that she told me to toss that was a whole bunch of ones inside, $1 bills inside of it, stuff like that. But if somebody came and took that stuff, she would never miss it because it wasn't that important to her to keep it on the brain.
Exactly.
But what happens is, even though she actually forgot about it, her brain kept a mental note. And what happens is you just continue to write notes. You ever been to a class and you write in notes and you keep writing notes and you keep writing notes, but then you get so many notes that you don't know what to do with it? That's what happens when you keep collecting stuff in your house. You forget your everyday, your physical, your brain, your short-term memory forgets, but your long-term memory is just piling up all this stuff. And that's when it becomes anxiety. That's when it becomes depression. That's when it becomes noisy in your head. That's when your house becomes uncomfortable and you're always trying to find something to do outside the house.
And it was very uncomfortable, so I wouldn't come home till time to go to bed. And
Yeah.
that's a shame. Please don't be that way. If she can help you purge your house, please let her help you purge your house because you will feel you just have to get it done to understand how it feels. And I tell you, I love coming home. Can't wait to see my room, but I love coming home. I do love my house, and I have learned a lot, and I'm still learning a lot. And you know, a lot of things that we have and we don't want or whatever, we can give them to somebody less fortunate. And there's a lot of less fortunate people out here that can use. It may not mean nothing to us, but it'll mean something to them. You know, so I was blessed, so we can bless somebody with that stuff that doesn't mean nothing to us. At the time it did, I throwed it in the closet, under the bed, wherever. But that stuff will be a blessing to someone else. So,
And she is totally correct. This is something that just came to my mind while we were sitting here talking about having the stuff and be overwhelmed. She said, "Wow, I definitely find things, but laptops and cash, I wish." Yes, I definitely hate the feeling of knowing I have something but not being able to find it. Exactly. Everything should have a place and everything should have a
that's
space.
true.
That's it. If it's already something there, and maybe if you can, depending on what it is, you need multiples of certain things, but some things you just don't need multiples of, depending on your lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? Don't keep things for a what if lifestyle.
Right.
If that's not something you do, you don't need it. I know I like to entertain. When people come over, I like to cook and I like to have multiple different dishes and different things like that. If you don't cook and you don't like to entertain, don't collect those dishes. For what? What are you
Right.
collecting them for? But this is something that is very important for people to know. My mother-in-law is a very clean woman, very jazzy lady, keeps herself up, keeps herself on point. If you see her room and see what it looked like under her bed in certain areas, that's when you know something is wrong. It was so dusty.
It was
It was very dirty, meaning like collection of dust,
collection
of
dust.
dust. You get what I'm
Collection.
saying?
I
And
admit to it. Because I was
that's,
depressed.
huh?
I was depressed because I needed to help and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to begin. But
It just feels.
it's just,
Try to explain it. If you could explain
if I really could explain
the
to
feeling.
like when we it took us 2 days to purge the room first of all. So when we did that, I did a little more repurging.
Yeah.
So even after it's done, I'm gonna do a little more repurging. But it just feels so good. All I do is when I go up there in my room before she started, I just stand there and I'm look around. I'm like, oh my God, I never seen that part of the floor, and I haven't seen that part of the floor, and I haven't seen this room since the stuff was put in here, and that's been years ago, years ago. But it's a beautiful feeling. It's a good feeling. It's a free feeling. It's like you can breathe now.
Right.
You can just breathe, and like I say, you can feel an echo in the room,
Right.
and that's a good feeling.
Right.
That's a good feeling. I mean, it's not. I just feel like I'm free. I'm free. A burden has lifted up off my
Right.
shoulders. But
And your brain is actually clear too.
yes, it is.
Because those things literally, when
They
you
did.
release those things, they release from your brain. They literally release and it becomes more peaceful and
Relaxing.
exactly.
It
Even when
really
I
does.
come to her house, I'm like, it feels different. It
Yes.
feels so different. When I say when I say her DVD collection,
Oh my
it's
God.
ridiculous. We didn't
I
even
know.
start.
I
We didn't do.
know. I know.
We didn't start purging those. Brand new, never
wow.
opened. Just every DVD
We gonna
that
purge those too.
yeah, we're gonna bless probably for Christmas. We could bless
all
some
right,
people
all right.
with the
I ain't got
DVD.
nothing to say,
She has
okay.
still wrapped in the plastic, and she buys the real legit DVD. She gets the real ones from the store.
We really gonna get rid of them.
Look. Do you use a
Okay,
DVD
no.
player? Do you watch
I
DVDs?
got two. No.
And you got multiple DVD players that you don't use.
Can I keep the westerns?
Yes, you can keep those.
Okay.
We go. You know, I give
Okay.
you a leeway to
All
keep
right.
a little something. We're not gonna take
And I
everything
mean
from
just
you.
a little leeway, ladies. She ain't no joke. She's a beast.
But the reason why
Really,
is
yes.
because I know what's best for you, even though you
Right,
don't.
right.
Even though you don't. Like, even with me doing her room, we were just talking about it. She said to me, she said, why you haven't been out there before? No, see, I have. But here's the thing. I told her most people don't want me to come to their house. When they see my house or see how I live, they're like, she ain't coming to my house.
Because I didn't want her to come to my room.
They don't want me to see it
I
because
can
they're
understand
afraid
that.
to be judged by their space. But your space does not define you. But your space does define what's going on up here.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's true.
And that's not a bad thing. It's just something that if you don't know how to get help, you just don't know what to do. And so you continue living that way when nobody's getting younger. You get what I'm saying?
And I'm definitely
I
not.
don't want her to live like that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I wouldn't want to leave a burden on my children. And like I told her, I said, the problem is a lot of times with people not wanting to purge, they don't realize that you leave that burden to your children.
Yeah, and you're
Now we
right.
got to figure out what to do with mama
Right,
stuff. You get
right.
what I'm saying? Or daddy stuff or whatever.
Excuse me.
And it's not fair. It's really not fair. And I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And she doesn't want to do that. So this purging is just a good thing altogether to continue a cycle of peace, joy in your home. When you come home, when you're at work, I want her to be dreaming about her bedroom.
I do. Believe me,
I
have
want you to be dreaming about her bed. She been dreaming about it and it ain't even been decorated yet. So imagine once I'm finished doing what I'm doing in that room, how she's going to feel when she see what's going down up in that room. Okay. Imagine that. I want her to be like, okay, y'all like rushing to get home. Not trying to figure out where y'all going after work because she don't want to come home. That's how it used to be.
And that's true.
And I remember that because when we used to stay with her during the renovation, I'm like, dang, don't mom get off at such and such a time? She won't come home till like 9, 10 o'clock and be in the bed. You feel what I'm saying? So I want her, that's her home. You paying for it just to go wash your butt, sleep, and get out? No, I want you to enjoy it. And with the downsizing of her dining room, I still want her to have a dining room, but it's gonna be a downsized one. So if she want to have a friend over for breakfast or something like that, they can sit and have coffee and sit at a table. Don't have to be a 10-foot table. You get what I'm saying? Downsize for your size. What's best for you. And if we come over and have dinner, we can pull some chairs up. You do not have to live a lifestyle to accommodate what if.
That's true.
And that's why a lot of us, we feel like it's a security. Because we're like, well, what if I need it? Or what if this happened?
Right.
Stop living for what if. The stores
That's
are still
right.
going to be there.
That's right.
If it happens, then you go get it at that time. I'm going to purge my mother's room, my mother room. Your mother's room, Dana? Oh, good. That's gonna make her feel so good. That's definitely gonna make her feel so good. You said I'm dreaming about you dreaming about your bedroom. That's how I be. I love my room. I love everybody that comes in my room. Just the feeling you get is just
That's
like,
true.
oh.
That is
And I
so
say,
true.
you can have the same thing. And you will. With the next couple days, you're going to be seeing your peace
I'm
and
very
your
patient.
serenity.
Uh-huh.
So
everybody waiting.
everybody waiting.
Everybody at work
Everybody
is
at job
waiting.
cannot wait to see the room. So I'm going to give them something to be waiting for. Yes, has too much clothes and containers. Yes. Got to get rid of the containers. If what I'm doing with her, we didn't get into the closet yet, but she got her purses down. How many purses were you able to keep? Mind you, we gave away about 3 trash bags. Not exaggerating. You guys will see this in the next video. That's going to be the next part of the purging of her room. And the lady, the Caucasian lady was like, hey, anytime you bring a donation, call me personally because I'm going to take it to my office. Because basically she knows that if she puts that stuff out for them ladies at the shelter, some of them ladies is probably going to take it or try to sell them or not give them to other ladies in the shelter. But the stuff that we gave and blessed to them was stuff that could have been sold. It could have been sold or went to a consignment store or something like that. But think about it. That's something on your brain now. It was sitting there, you didn't make money off of it, and you didn't do nothing with it, so get rid of it. Like a lady, I told you, the lady tells me, she said, oh, you can do a consignment store with all this stuff you purging from people. I don't have time for that. It's not about the money. It's more so about getting you some peace and letting you feel the comfort of your home. When you open that door, it's like, away from everything. You shouldn't leave work and still have your mind like this at home. It should be a place of peace and rest. And that's what I want for her. Now, since you've been purging, how has it been when you spending or when you go into a store? Even think about having to go to the
Oh,
store.
let me tell you. I walk in the store, and this is honest God truth. I walk in the store and I be like, I can't take nothing in the house. My daughter-in-law, she gonna be checking. She already told me, oh, this is not the end. And then I feel good because I don't want to buy nothing to get it back to where it was. I see something, I buy it, I like it, I buy it, and then I just store it. But see, I don't want to do that anymore. And then I'm on point because I know you're gonna be checking. I ain't gonna have nothing stored up. And then, like you said, that's a waste of money. I'm coming up into retirement age. I'm tightening up the belt instead of, spending money unnecessarily.
Unnecessary, yeah.
Unnecessarily, like we went to Toronto, Toledo, Ohio last weekend. We stopped at 3 places to shop. I got one thing.
That's good.
One thing.
And normally she'll come back with bags of stuff.
I come back with bags of stuff, but I already knew. I'm like, the Lord has truly blessed me to get this far and be able to purge and get all that stuff out of there. I'm not gonna go back to where I was.
Right.
I'm not.
Right.
And I felt so good. And everybody was like, you're not buying? No, no. I'm not buying
They don't
anything.
understand.
They don't.
And a lot of times I find that, because I did, it's just a therapy for what you're going through. And it's a temporary feeling that makes you feel good, and then you take it and toss it with the other stuff. That's it. You feel, oh, that's cute. Oh, ain't it? Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Collect dust.
There you go.
That's it. And then the money is wasted.
It's wasted. If I had all the money that I spent on all that stuff, I might be a piece of a millionaire. Seriously. Because I spend money on a whole lot of unnecessary stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? You live and you learn. But you know what? It's never too late. It's never too late.
No, it's not.
And I
It's
really
not.
feel good about myself because when I went in them stores, I walked around, I looked, I picked up some stuff, but I put it back where I got it from. So,
Right.
because I know I didn't need it. I don't. What do you need?
It literally makes you feel some type of way.
It did.
When you get ready to buy something that you know you don't need,
Exactly.
your body responds to it.
And it did because when I felt when I picked it up, I was
Like you was putting some more weight on yourself.
I was like, now you don't even need this. I still got you up here in my head. Now you already said you don't need nothing. You don't need this. What are you buying this for? You study buying stuff, putting it in the closet or putting it somewhere, and don't think you're gonna buy something and come in here and hide it, cause you're gonna be in the show me by mistake and you oops.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. So people, when you just save your money. If you don't need it, don't buy it.
Right.
And I really feel good about myself because I did not buy but one thing.
Yeah, I literally
One thing.
We got your
I feel
bags
good.
down to how many?
We got
It's less than 12 bags.
oh yeah, definitely less
It's
than
less
12.
than 12
You told
bags.
me 6.
6.
But I managed to get a few extras up in there.
Yeah, we
that you
did.
told me
Yeah,
let
that
me
I said
keep,
you
but
can
I
have.
know.
But it's less than 12. But if you know somebody who has like hundreds of bags, it's ridiculous. Like just boxes of bags just because.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Love y'all. Okay, somebody said something. Yes, I tried a few apps. Yes, they can be a hassle if you're new to those apps, but they are very good. But the thing is, it's a waiting process. Unless you got something big that you're trying to sell, it's kind of tedious because then you got to wait for somebody to respond. You respond back, then you got to meet with them. And if you got a lot of stuff, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I wouldn't even consider those. Then you said, I totally agree. It's definitely eye opener when you look at how much you've given away and how much you could have had in your bank account
Exactly.
to do other things. Yes,
So true.
That's true. Yes, Dana,
So
she is
true.
correct. Thanks so much. Love y'all. Love you too, Diane. It is totally correct. And this is where you get a lot of people in our communities, and I'm saying African American communities because we don't believe in using our vacations for true vacations. We'll say I'm on vacation and be chilling around in our town, at our home, and just chilling, not literally leaving, taking your mind somewhere else and doing something else. That could be vacation money. Throughout the
Exactly.
year, if you waste over $100 a month, that is $1,200. Most cruises don't even cost that for one person.
That's right.
You could take you and a best friend or you and your mate or something on a nice cruise every year on your vacation. But you wasted money on these shoes that you'll never wear. Not trying to be funny, but since I've been here, you remember I had my shoe room, right?
Yeah.
I purged so much. And I don't even really get dressed unless I'm going somewhere. I'm usually in scrubs or this, something like this. And I found that it's like, wow, I've been living like this and I'm cool with it. So I really don't need all that stuff.
Right.
So if something happens and an occasion comes up and I need something specific, the stores are available. So why take up real estate in my brain and in my house to say what if, woulda, coulda, shoulda,
Right.
and then it doesn't happen, and then they're collecting dust and I wasted money. Well, if I go buy it when it's needed, it ain't a waste because I needed it. You get what I'm saying? So that's the mindset I'm trying to have. And one day, hopefully, I can be a minimalist. I'm being minimal and I'm teaching her to be minimal, meaning live on less than you're normally used to.
Right.
Not a minimalist, because that's really strict. That's like you got 3 pairs of pants. You get what I'm saying? So, but that's my goal one day, to have a strict wardrobe and it just be about traveling and enjoying life, and all this extra stuff is not what it's about. Because at the end of the day, you can't take none of this with you. And I just want anybody raise their hand and tell me how much of your things or your money is going to comfort you when it's time to go, or you on your deathbed, or you're sick.
You're not gonna know
Are you going to
nothing
call
about it.
friends and family, or are you going to call your money and the things to comfort you?
You ain't gonna know you got money.
You ain't gonna be ain't gonna be thinking about it.
Not at all.
You're not gonna be
You're
thinking
gonna
about
be
it.
praying for the Lord to get you through this sickness that you're dealing with.
And
You
a
know,
lot of
just
times,
please
that
help me.
sickness may
Yeah.
come from stress and
It's true.
worry and depression
That's right.
that you put on yourself because you are going through this phase of woulda, coulda, shoulda, gotta have it all.
Right. And then that's a cause for high blood pressure. When you stress yourself out, high blood pressure, we give it to ourselves. You know, not at work, but you be at home and you dealing with stuff at home. That's one thing. And then when you go to work, yeah, that's another
Extra.
thing. But you can eliminate the one at home. I know it's easier said than done, and I'm still learning. You know, but still in all, I got the one under control at work. Now the one at home, I got to.
Right.
As soon as
And
I finish the house, I think I'm doing a really good job.
Rolling
I'm
with
feeling
it. We
good.
rolling
I'm
with it.
really feeling good.
Yeah, it made me feel good when we had that last talk and I said I think I want to do an interview. It was like a week ago.
Yes.
I'm gonna read the comments in just a second. I see them coming up. And I said, it made me feel good because when somebody expressed what you're doing, my plan is exactly what is unfolding. And she's feeling exactly what I
Yes.
want her to feel and what I need her to feel about purging. You know, because when you're doing it, you kind of don't see the good part of it when you're doing, because you're in it, and it's like, wasted money. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
and-
Oh
and
gosh,
yes,
I
that's
spent
so
this, I
true.
spent that.
Right.
Yeah, but who's gonna come back and give it to you right now? Nobody. Okay, so do you want to keep this big old thing, just waste space, or do you want to get rid of it, bless somebody, and make a little something off of it and utilize it to do something better? And we did that.
We did.
Right?
Yes.
Every day she came home to the day I took the key and said, no more, you can't see this room anymore. Everything. Nothing that she had, that she purchased for that room is in that room. That room is completely emptied out.
Okay. Now just tell them about the last thing you got out of there.
The bedroom set. The bedroom set.
She was like, "Oh, how do you feel about getting rid of, get rid of the bed?" I said, "Huh, my bed, huh?"
It was a huge, big, black, heavy bed. But it was so big that it consumed so much of the room
And
that
it did.
the vision that I had for her to have comfort in a room, I had to be real. It wasn't gonna work. I was trying to work that thing. I was.
Yes, I know you was.
But when I start getting stuff, it just wasn't gonna work. And I put my foot down. I said, I'm gonna let her know that this bed has got to go.
And when she said the bed has got to go, I said, "Okay, well, do whatever it is that you have to do."
Yep. And
So-
that's the day she said, you ain't gotta ask me nothing else.
else.
I trust you.
She said, "Well, what do you want?" Which before she started, "What do you want? How you want the color?" I said, "Just do whatever you want."
So
to
she
do.
don't know nothing.
But my thing is, when she took the bed down and just had the mattresses, I was able to walk on each side of my bed without trying to squeeze up through there.
She
and that was a
literally,
good
the bed
feeling.
was
Oh
so
my
big
God,
that she had to
it was a
squeeze
huge
through
bed,
to
huge.
get.
Beautiful and huge.
And that's another thing.
Yeah.
Buying furniture to accommodate the space makes a big
And
difference.
it does. I see
Because
that
my
now.
room is smaller than yours.
Yeah.
But when you walk in my room, you're like, ah. I'm like,
How
but
did you?
your room is bigger than
Yeah.
mine. And it feels smaller because you have too much stuff.
And I did. I did. But I couldn't see it then.
Right.
I couldn't see it. But as time went on and you did your thing about taking, breaking it down or whatever, I was like, when I walked in, I seen that bed going, I was like, oh my
The
God.
space. Like I can literally
Yes.
walk, get two
I could,
nightstands,
yes.
two lamp. I can
Yes.
get all of that on in my room. But before you couldn't,
I
like it was just
couldn't.
literally like this much space between the post and the wall.
Mm-hmm.
She had a table that maybe the top of it was this big. It was so little and it had just a little cordless phone on it, and it
Yes.
was so little. Okay, what it says, Lord have mercy, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Lord. Yes, she's loving it. I
Yes,
know
I
my
am.
family would definitely be happy that I could have some behind like cash. Oh, that you could leave something behind like cash, property, etc. But no one really wants your old shoes and dresses. Exactly. I don't need your old stuff. My kids don't need my old stuff. If I leave here, I want to leave them something that they can do something with,
Right.
not something that is a burden on them. That's not cool. That's not
At
fair.
all.
That's not fair. I know. Okay, that was from Cindy. And then Diane, you said, okay, I read that one. I love seeing you guys together. It's nice when you can trust someone to make a choice with you like that. Yes. Now, I said I was going to talk about this on
Okay.
this live,
We can
and
do it. We can do
yeah.
it. We can do
Okay,
it.
so when I stayed with her, um, that was during our renovation of this house. Now, this home that I reside in was her father's home. He left that to my husband, us. So now this is our home. So we renovated and everything. Now, me and her butt heads when we were staying together. You can't have two queens in one house. It is what it is. It just happens. And it wasn't nothing bad. It was just a little, I think she
It
was
was.
a
It
little
was just.
irritated. I was a little irritated
Yeah.
about this. What I had going on over here, it's not working like I wanted to. And just irritated altogether. You know what I mean? And it kind of hurt. It hurt because we butt heads, and I never thought we would. And I always would say this, and I don't care who watching this video. I said if I had to take the time out to take care of anybody when they get at that point, it would be her. I said because oh gosh, she has been here for us and done so much for me and my husband. And the story I told you about us having to go to Mexico, she did that. We didn't have it to do it. She did that. She made sure that he was still standing here and he's still here today.
Yes,
I
he
told my
is.
husband when we weren't talking, I said, I don't really have people here like that. I don't. I said, so it bothered me that we weren't talking. It bothered me that we just fell out. It was stupid. It was crazy.
And it was.
But I was hurt, and she literally apologized. It was so sincere. I felt it. I knew that. And she said she missed us, and she don't ever want this to happen, us to ever have this again. So we created a bond that has been amazing since we've been talking again. It has been so amazing. And during the whole time staying there, I knew what she felt because I can feel it. I can feel how she felt. Her energy wasn't the same. It wasn't the same in her house as it is now. Like I said, you came home from work, and it's just not the same energy. It wasn't the same
Right.
energy that she has now.
Right.
After us like having a situation of falling out and everything, and then coming back together, whatever, it made me feel good that I can do this for her. It made me feel that I can help her see what she probably could never see
Right.
on her own.
That's true.
It made me feel so good. So for those of you who didn't know, this is my mom-in-law. I did a live. It was over a year ago because I think we had just moved in the house.
Oh, okay.
And was talking about how things. I didn't name names or nothing, but
Yeah.
But this is my mom-in-law, and I love her to death, and we definitely have a bond that's like ridiculous now. It's ridiculous. And what is it? What did she say? Awesome to have family you can lean on.
Yeah.
Exactly. I would say even when we were there, If nothing else, people was always coming to us for stuff, but we had nobody to go to. If anything, we knew we had her because she always was there for us. So I thank God for that, and I thank God for her. Now, here's the thing. She remembered her father's house. She remembers her father's house. And during the time that we weren't talking, she never ever stepped foot in this house. She had no clue what color I was even putting anywhere. I'm just saying color because that's so menial and basic, but she had no clue what I was doing in this house. She did know that I had to do a lot of downsizing. You get what I'm saying? She knew that. So she kind of knew a little bit of what was going on because I was ordering stuff and doing a lot living with her and sharing little things with her. But the actual process to see things unfold and to see the transformation, she didn't. And I invited her over for dinner.
Yes.
And I did a special thing for her. It was like a whole thing that I wanted to treat her, whatever. Mother's Day, wasn't that around Mother's Day? Yes. And I treated her. We cooked breakfast, we cooked dinner and dessert and everything, and just treated her really well. So that was her first day seeing the house. How did you feel when you walked in and seen this house? Remembering this is your dad's house.
Well, when I walked through that door, I was like, wow. Only thing, and I'm still saying it's like out of a magazine. This house is like out of a magazine. I walk in, I just could not believe this was the same house. Because, she gutted everything. Everything. Like that, what's that? HGTV?
Yeah.
That's what she did. And she redid everything. And she went out and picked everything.
Everything, right?
Everything.
Every down to the little towel.
That's right.
I was up late night, coming to her room like, what you think? Well, I'm gonna get like literally everything.
But if you watch that channel, and I think about it all the time, I'm like, oh my God. She just, when you look at the house after they're done, and they selling theirs, which they're living in theirs, I'm like, oh my God, it's just so beautiful. And I'm like, can she help me with mine?
Yes.
And that's what I was saying to myself. And then, I thought out there, you think you can help me with mine? Do something with mine? It ain't got to be all that fancy. Because I'm at that age, just as long as it's nice and clean and comfortable. Mm-hmm. And I like it. That's all that matters. But I walked in here and I was like, I was scared to step on the floor. I was scared to sit down. I didn't want to touch nothing. It was just so beautiful. Not that I'm not used to anything, but I was just so amazed.
From the
transformation that she has made. And if anybody's seen it before and they see it now, they be like, even like a couple of my friends, they was like, oh my God.
Yeah. They came to the sip and paint.
We had a sip and paint party. She had a sip and paint party. And a couple of the friends came and they was like, oh my God. Because they had came to my dad's house, before. And, and for them to come now, they was like, is this the same house?
Right.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. So she has to get tour of the house when people come over. My few little friends, I only have a few. So when they come over, they have to get a tour of the house because they done heard she's a beast.
Mm-hmm.
She's a beast, but she's good at what she does. And I just thank God. I love my daughter-in-law. Yeah, we had a little, but you know what? Everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So that reason, whatever that reason was, it's all over and done with now. And we're not going to have that situation again. Mm-hmm. I love her because I don't have any family. I have no family here other than them. No family. I have my church family, but still, I have no family. But I just thank God for my daughter-in-law, my son, and the family. That's my family and my church family. So anybody, you want something done, get the beast here. Seriously.
Okay, she said, I missed that. Having a set of new eyes in your space definitely is a blessing. I know I get used to seeing the same things and you forget what you could have. We were thinking about moving, but after having you guys seems to be a blessing to each other's. That's great. Yes. She's a blessing to me.
Yes.
And I want to be a blessing to her.
She is a blessing to me.
We're doing our home and I'm loving it. Me and mommy, I guess you and your mom, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, me and mine.
But yeah, I definitely wanted this space to be transformed. See, and that's another thing. If someone would have came in this house, if they had to just sell granddad's house the way it was, most people would have been like, no, that's okay. But see, I see the diamond in the rough. I see things differently. So when I come into a space or I do something with people, like if I tell people like Rizzy's bedroom, they're like, oh, that sounds like a lot going on. Oh, it's gray, yellow, black, pink. And like I tell them all the colors, they're like, okay, it's a lot, isn't it? You know what I mean? And then when I say, oh, my living room is lime green, black, white, gray, and I just start, and the wall is blue, they're like, oh, okay. See, I see stuff. I know what it's going to look like. So I can't explain to you. I can't give
right,
you a vision.
right.
You have to have vision.
You have
So
to.
because I have vision, that's how I can implement it for you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, even if I explain to you, if I decide to do that, but I'm not going to, what her room looked like and what I got in there, she'll probably be like, even though she know me, she probably wouldn't worry. But if she didn't know me, she'd probably be like, okay, all that. Oh, okay, all right. But then when you see it, you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, okay. All right. You know what I mean? So you got to have vision, and it doesn't matter what your space look like, how small it is,
Right.
how big it is. It can mimic you, and it doesn't have to cost a lot. I am the
There you
beast
go.
at
Yes, you are.
second hand.
But you know what? Let me say this. If it was 40 different colors up in here, when you walked up into this house, your mouth gonna drop open and you're gonna be like, oh my God.
And we live in here, right?
Yes.
People always say, oh, you must don't sit at your table. You must don't do. Yeah, we live in here. We live in here. We sit in the living room. We sit at the table. We eat at the table often. You get what I'm saying? We eat in the
Yes.
kitchen. I cook all the time. He cooks all the time. We live in our house. I sleep in my bed every night. So when you see it made up and you see it like that, it's just because and like I remember Granddad said, you take care of what you got.
That's right.
You take care of what you got. This is all I got. And then the reason why I really take care of it, because I get stuff secondhand. So if something happens to it, I can't go replace it. More than likely, it's
Right.
nowhere to be found.
Right.
So I definitely take more pride in the things that I have because I like to shop secondhand, or something that I had to redo to make it look a certain way, like your neighbor's trash of a bar cart.
Yeah.
And when people see the bar cart, they're like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh." That is on my channel, my other channel. You can see how moldy and rusty it was, and I transformed that bar cart. I gotta show her a picture. I keep saying that because I know her mouth is gonna drop when she see that, because it was so rusty
Oh, okay.
and so messed up when I got it. And it was brown, like dark brown
Yeah.
with green moldy stuff. It was disgusting. It was disgusting.
It's beautiful.
Yep. And now,
But see, people, they got to realize you'd be surprised.
You
what
will.
somebody else's garbage is somebody else's treasure. Because people are like, well, you got that out the garbage? Yes, I did.
Right.
You got that out?
right,
You told me, I said, you got that out the garbage?
right, right,
Wow.
right.
And that's what you're going to get. Wow.
Exactly.
But you can't even tell.
I just want people to realize it doesn't matter how big or small your space is. And I'm going to say small. I don't care about big because we don't have huge homes. But I love my home. I love my home. I wouldn't trade it for nothing ridiculously big for no reason, just to say I got a
Exactly.
big house
Right.
with a big mortgage. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. So look at these tiny houses and stuff. Even if that can be inspiration for you, go look at these tiny houses that they are remodeling and upgrading, and people are leaving these huge houses to go live in tiny
Yes,
houses
they
in
are.
retirement.
I'm
These
working with
houses
people.
are so beautiful. Like immaculate, beautiful. They can be modern, however you want them to look. So the space does not have nothing to do with it. Don't think, oh, I need to move in order to implement this or implement a vision that you may see or think in your head. You don't have to move. Take your space, be content with what you have, and utilize it. Because I feel like this: when you do good with what you got, if it's meant for us to have something
Yeah.
bigger, he'll bless, but it's going to be paid for too.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's going to take us from one thing to the next.
right.
So if that's got, maybe I need more space because I need workshops and office and all that good stuff in order to start helping people to do more of what I know is going to be a blessing for them. It's okay. It's okay. Your living room is grand. Thank you. You always say that.
It is. It's
Thank you so much.
beautiful. Like I said, if they was to walk in here, you say you however many. If you got 40 different colors, once again, they walk up in here, their mouth gonna drop open because it's beautiful. It's just simply beautiful. It's immaculate. You know, people don't understand. You say I got this color, and this color. You know, they're not thinking like you said.
They don't have a vision.
They don't.
They
They
definitely don't have
don't.
a vision. Her room, you know, with YouTube, it's kind of like y'all videos are behind because that first day purge was done weeks ago. Was done weeks ago. I'm literally at the last stages of finishing up everything and getting minor details done. So my goal is no later than this Friday that she will see her room, and I'm gonna record it, but I have to put it in order, so it's gonna happen before y'all see it. But I'm gonna record her walking in, her reaction and everything, so you guys can see that. And then I'm gonna throw up another video if I can of, I don't know, I might do live, I might do a live, I don't know, we'll
Okay.
figure it out, y'all, we'll figure it out.
You gonna do
Because I
live in
wanted
my
to,
room?
I was thinking about doing a
In my
live,
room?
right, of
In
you
my
walking
room?
in the room.
Oh.
Like, I'm thinking about doing a live. I think that's what I'm gonna do. A live of you walking in the room.
Okay.
I think that's what we're gonna do. It depends on what time it is
Okay.
that we end up showing it. That's what it's gonna depend on. If it's done before she come home from work, then we'll do a live when she get home at like 8 o'clock, 8:30 or whatever. And yeah. Well, I'll let you guys know ahead of time because I don't know when it's finished in the day I'm gonna do it, and then I'll plan with her to figure out what day she gotta work, if it's the weekend or not, and then we'll go from there. I'm late, sis. I have to rewatch, but good evening. Hello. Hi, Shanta. Shanta, this is my mom-in-law. We were talking about purging her house and getting her house to be peaceful and be a place of serenity for her. And she was explaining how the purge felt for her, how she feels now, how her mindset is different, and
Yes.
how the depression that she had with
Yeah,
so
I
much
definitely had
things
it.
is like a burden lifted off her. Can we get a 5 day countdown? You play too much. You play too much. That is my goal. I'm telling y'all, because even my husband, he was like, babe, we've been building and making and getting stuff done. He's like, babe, we just gotta focus. I'm trying to get this done. I said, I know. We've been working. We really been working. And good evening, Shanta. Oh, that's Valerie. Hi, Valerie. So yeah, so this is what I wanted to share with you. I wanted her to come and talk to you guys because you hear me. We talked about my purge. You see me when I purged my home. You see how frustrating it was and just opening up boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. And it was like, I don't have a big space. I need to accommodate the space I'm in right now. So I release a lot of stuff and bless a lot of people. You know how many people drove away with car fulls of stuff, from clothes to household things to, and still, when people come to you, want that, take it, take it, take it, take it. Because I don't mind. You get what I'm saying? Whatever is for me, I will have, and it will have a place, and I don't need multiples sitting in a box for what if time.
Okay. You're
Right?
right. Right.
So that's what we were chatting about today. You got something else you want to say before we get off of here
Well,
about it?
ladies, let me tell you, if you need some help, she's here. Don't be afraid to ask her because she is the beginning. Because I didn't even know where to start, but she'll take you there. She'll teach you. You'll learn. You'll you'll grasp on what's going on. Because I'm still working on it,
Yeah.
and
But the thing that surprised me about her is after day one, when I came back for day two, she had already started on her own.
yeah, I was trying to be quick, trying to let her know I
Yeah.
could do it.
And that made me
I did
proud
it,
because that's the point. The point is to
and it did.
transform
I felt
your
good.
thinking about things to the point where you can be like, it
Yes,
just take it,
and that's what I
just go.
did.
And we did, to the point where she was throwing laptops in the shelter bag. Something told me to look at the bag. I said, what is this brown velvet bag thing? A laptop, the charger still binded up with the twist tie and everything. I said, are you serious?
Ladies, don't you be like
Are
that.
you serious?
Just be aware of what you have. I don't know what was going on with me. Just too much. You have too much, and you don't know what you got, and this what happens.
Right,
You want to throw laptops away. You want to throw money away, but you know what? This is what happens
right,
when you
right.
have too much. Once again, when you have too much.
But it's a fresh start.
It was
Because
a
now your
beautiful.
money can be allocated to things that you truly
Exactly.
enjoy and
Yes.
not things that are just cute at the moment.
Yeah, because I was buying them because they was cute.
Yeah.
And I wanted them and didn't need them. Knew I wasn't going to use them, but I wanted them.
Yeah. When I go traveling, I ain't bringing nothing back for nobody.
I won't be doing that anymore.
No, I just don't. I just no. How many T-shirts do you need from?
I know.
No, I don't
I know.
need. And I don't even when you go, I don't be like bring me. No, maybe a
You
keychain
live and
or
learn.
something
Yes.
small. But
Something
no,
small.
because sometimes you don't even get it to the person. Sometimes, and you didn't.
No,
You had
babe.
bags and bags
Yes,
from
I did.
Aruba, South Africa bags, Jamaica bags.
Yes.
I'm
I
like,
even had stuff from Las Vegas.
just like Atlanta. We found Atlanta
Yeah.
magnets everywhere. Just too much stuff. Okay, so somebody said, I understand the depression with your home environment. I'm working through this too.
Okay.
So you heard her say that she was depressed because of it.
I was.
So now
I didn't let it be known. I held it in. But, you know, this is where she came in and helped me.
so was the depression because of
Yes.
too much and you don't know where to start?
It
Was it that type
It was that type of thing because I didn't know I couldn't even get started. I didn't know where to start at. Every time I pick up something, I put it over there like I've been done something. I haven't done a thing.
Right.
I haven't done anything.
Right.
I didn't know how to begin, where to begin,
Right.
or when to begin. I pick up something and put it somewhere else, and that's
Just
what I'm
she
doing.
was
I'm defeating the
shifting.
purpose.
She was shifting it in the same
and I was. So, ladies, get some help. Don't be like me. I'm just saying, please don't be like me.
And I talked about this when I first moved in here. I said, you will not have peace until your home is peaceful. Do you not realize this is where you get your
That's
rest?
true.
Sleep is called rest. Rest is for a reason. Your resting is supposed to be the brain, the body, the mind, the soul. Everything is supposed to rest. It cannot rest when you have a lot of stuff on the brain.
Right.
Like when I'm in the middle of a project, even with doing our house, I can go to sleep, but I really can't because it's always something on my brain. Oh, did I get this? I gotta get. Oh, I gotta go because I know it's something I need to do. It's the same thing when you have a whole bunch of stuff. And let me tell you, if you have stuff under your bed, that is one of the worst places to keep unorganized mess. It will mess with your sleep in ways you never thought of. If you don't believe me, if you got a lot of stuff under your bed, just take it and shift it somewhere in another room and go to sleep. I guarantee you're going to let me know that you slept differently. Do you not realize everything holds energy? It's crazy.
And that's
And
true.
the energy consumes you. And it's a suffocation to the point where you can't rest like you should. Now, if it's organized, your mind is not going to be all over the place. But I promise you, if you don't believe me, move everything from underneath your bed and go to sleep. Now, that's what I did in your room that
Yes.
first night. And what did you say? To sleep.
I slept good.
Right. It's
Slept
a
real
difference.
good. It's a big difference. Ladies, it's a big difference because what she's saying is really true. And I'm like, well, how she know that? And everything she said, I was feeling it. But I didn't talk about it. I didn't let it out. I just kept getting in the bed and sleeping on top of all that stuff. But when she did move all that stuff from under the bed, it is so true. But in order for you to believe this, you're going to have
gotta
to
do
try
it.
it for yourself.
You do.
And it's so true.
You
And I
definitely
really
do.
sleep good now. I mean, I ain't in my room now, but, the time I was in after she moved the stuff,
Yeah.
and took the bed down, I was like, wow, I slept all night. Normally, I'm up every 2 hours.
Like my room, right? It's simple, but it's nice.
Yes.
Your bedroom is supposed to be a place of rest. That's why when you go in hotels, you don't see a whole bunch
You
of
don't.
knickknacks and stuff because they don't want your brain to be on go and not being able to rest. You have to have a place where you can actually rest. I see somebody said, I went through my kitchen and I feel so much better. That's my problem. I got the what if box. Yes, we can't do what if boxes. We got to get rid of what if boxes. I put nothing under my bed. Good. That's great. I'm going through room from room, cleaning too much clothes, purses, and kitchen stuff. Yes, Dana, get it out. Bless somebody. And look, oh, let me tell y'all this. Let me just share this with y'all. I went to do somebody's hair. It was a situation, but I went to do somebody's hair, and we were talking about her TVs. You got two TVs. They're older than me, probably. Not that old, but they're old. And she's like, they're color TVs. One is like a what, 50-inch or something. They're
It's a
big.
big TV.
And then one is probably like a 27-inch or whatever.
Yeah.
Color TVs, they play really well. They're just
Nothing's
box
wrong with
TVs.
them.
Nothing's wrong with them. And she said, what are we going to do with these? I said, oh, somebody. Everybody is not with everything. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Somebody can be blessed with these TVs. So crazy. I went to do somebody's hair and found the perfect person that can't wait. I said, you got till Monday to get them. Cannot wait to get these items. Like, they want them bad. So never think because something is old to you or it's
Right.
something that you
That's
can't
right.
use. Don't toss stuff in the trash, y'all. I don't like Goodwill. I don't like Salvation Army. Find a local shelter. They got men's shelters, family
True.
shelters, women's shelters.
That's right.
Find a shelter. I promise you, the stuff that is not something that you care to do nothing with, a lot of people will be blessed with it. So just find a shelter. Take your time. And there's some places that will come and pick the stuff up from you, if it's much. Even Habitat, like I will donate to
Yeah.
Habitat, Restore, and places like that. Why? Because those are places that people who don't have a whole bunch of money go to find affordable things to redo their homes and stuff like that. So take it to places like that. Look for places where people is not trying to extort the people when they got it for free, like Goodwill. Don't take it to those places. Okay. I will only bring back one magnet for the fridge. Okay. Nothing else. Okay. That's a good make up in your mind that you're only going to stick to a certain rule, and that'll help you. Like, oh, only one magnet for me, or just to say I've been there. If you want a little collection of something, that's fine. Or if you want, get you a little box to keep certain things, or you say, oh, I take spoons or something. I'm not saying get rid of everything you love, but you don't have to have a whole bunch of it. You don't have to have a whole bunch of it. I can feel the change in my space, and I feel so much better with less stuff. Purging and cleaning feels great. Yes, it does. I just start putting shoes under my bed. Well, if they're nice and neat, that shouldn't even be a problem. So that should be good. That should be fine. I'm talking about papers and stuff that you need
Yeah.
to go through and sort through, and you just using under your bed with totes as a filing space for what if or whenever I decide to get to it. I put nothing under my bed. That's good. Yes, I don't like the big stores that resell the stuffs either. I always donate to churches and shelters. Oh, churches, yes, definitely. All of those places are great places to donate your stuff to, because I just, yeah, they just really irritate me. It's like you're in there buying a pair of pants from Goodwill and they're $8-9. These are free. Even if you sold them for a quarter, you got 100% profit. Why are you marking them up so high?
Right.
I can't stand Goodwill. And the CEO makes what? They say he make over, like, now it's like 15 million a year or something like that. Ridiculous.
It is.
Off of other people's stuff.
Right.
They don't have to buy nothing. They don't have to have no overhead. They just sell other people's stuff. But anywho, but yeah, so I wanted to share that with you. I wanted her to personally come to you guys and talk to you about the feeling. Can you say, like, right now, somebody say, do you think you're depressed? Do you feel that way right now?
Not at all. I feel just like a burden has been lifted up off my shoulder, and I just feel so good. I can't wait to come home, get off work and come home now. It's a beautiful feeling. It's just
Yeah.
beautiful. You walk into the house and it's just a beautiful feeling there.
Right, right.
It is.
And that's what we wanted. And
Yes.
she got it. I'm going to say she only touching on 35% of it once she see this room, because that's going to be her place of peace.
Yeah.
At this moment, that's why I decided to go with the room, because I said I feel like once she started purging and did that with the dining room, she was ready. But that would determine how far I was able to go. Not only that, your room is the most important part of
And
your
it is.
house,
Yes,
because
it is.
that's where you sleep.
Yes.
That's where you sleep at. So I said, nope, we're starting in your room. Then we'll go to the next room. Then we'll go to the next room until her home is just like she wanted when
Right.
she walk in there. So I'm glad you guys came and joined us. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I totally enjoyed it. And stay tuned for more videos on the purge in her house. What?
I don't think it's any more purses or anything, ladies.
Did somebody say so?
Just
Oh,
kidding.
no, she did really good. She did really good. If you didn't see the video I put up on my other channel, that's where I'm going to be putting her purge videos up. But yeah, I literally, oh, the underwear. The underwear. Oh, wait, hold on. This is not over. The underwear. She has so many underwear, so many stockings, so much
What
stuff.
you do with my
To
stockings?
the, I gave to you. Remember, you put all the stuff that you was able to keep in
I
a
couldn't
little.
find them.
We gotta look again. I didn't get
I'm
rid of
just
them.
kidding. Come
You. Oh, look at us. So I had to tell her 14 because I was gonna say 7. But I said, this is the beginning. So what happens is once you start purging, you're going to want to do more anyways.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you a low number that's low for you. It's going minimal for you because if you used to having 2-3 drawers full of underwears and you always pick the same ones. You know
Yes.
why you pick the same ones? First of all, they not folded and organized well. When you put them in there from the laundry, they're going to go right on top. So when you
Right.
go pick, you're going to pick right on top. When they go back in, they go right on top. You pick, you go right. So you never is going through all your underwears. So what is the purpose of all those ones at the bottom and in the
Right.
other drawer
That's
that
true.
you got to lean farther down to open up? You're never using them. Or what if what? You need to wear 10 at one time? I mean, what are you going to say about underwears? What if what? You need to wear 10 bras at one time?
No.
If y'all think this is a joke, go ahead, go ahead.
No, she said you could have 10. I said, oh, okay. Okay. So I had 10. And then I found a brand new pack of panties. Brand new panties.
Never
I
been
was like,
open.
okay. I said, oh, okay. You can get rid of them. She said, no, you can keep them.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep them. But that's it.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Bras. What happened with the bras? What happened with the
Oh.
bras?
I had just ordered bras, and then I already had some bras I didn't know I had. They was brand new.
But where
was they?
we took the drawer
Oh
out
my
because this is
God,
how
you're
I
right.
purge.
Oh.
We don't just go in the drawer and grab. No, we take the whole drawer out the
Oh
dresser
my
and we
goodness,
dump it
you did.
on one central location and
Oh
we
my
purge
God.
from there because
I
nothing
forgot.
goes back to where it came from. We don't do that. And I go clockwise. So that way, if we over here, everything from that point back counterclockwise, it already has been done. We're not going back. We're only going this way. That's the way I purge a room. When I start in a room, well, to the camera it might seem weird, but to my left, we go around the clock. When I come out that door, that room is done. Or if I end somewhere, that's where I start back at and we continue around. And everything gets dumped to the bed. Why? Because you got to sleep on that bed.
Yeah.
So everything has to be removed. But once it gets dumped, it only goes to where we need it to go. Donate, give
Right.
away, or keep. That's it. And that's how we purge. And so that's what I did. So I dumped all the drawers. I pulled the second drawer out. Underneath that drawer was a whole bunch of panties that the drawer was so full that when she reached in it, it was panties falling down in the back of it. And brand new bras still in the plastic wrapper. I just ordered some more bras.
I did. I had just ordered some.
I said,
Like, huh?
yeah, I said,
What happened? Where did those
I
come
said, ma'am,
from?
look. She was like, well, how did that get there? No, you know how it got there because you got too many and they overflowing.
Yeah.
You know? So we know you blessed, okay?
Yes.
God, you're overflowing too many areas in the house. So we're going to overflow on somebody else and let them take it because you cannot wear, unless you wear
That's
3-4
right.
pairs of panties at one time.
Yeah,
You do? No? Okay, because I don't. You only wear one at a time.
That's true.
If you don't wash your clothes at least once a week, that means you got 7 pairs, even if you wanted to be lazy and wash at the end of the week, you got 7 more. Well, if you want to be even lazier and it's only one person, you wash every 2 weeks, you got 14 pairs. We're not going no higher than that. That's it. Do you feel what I'm saying? Bras, same difference. I know I can get, depending on if I'm working, I'm going to touch myself. Depending on if I'm working or not, I might be able to wear it more than one time. I'm not just going to wear it and dump it. And then in the winter, I don't sweat. So I can probably get away with wearing it 2 or 3 times. And, then I'll toss it in the laundry. So I don't have a lot. So I'm not talking, but I'm going to share with you guys probably this week my nightstand. Do you know my nightstand is this big? A nice size nightstand. The top drawer is my books and my personal lip gloss and stuff I need through the night, tissues and stuff. But guess what the second drawer is? All of my bras, all of my panties, all of my stockings, even my kinky panties. All of everything is in a drawer this big. Why? Because I have my underwears folded up in a basket about this big. and it holds, I think it holds a pack of Hanes underwear. When they're
Okay.
folded up is about 10 because it's the one
Okay.
that give you the extras,
Yes.
about 10. So that's it. That's it. Before I used to have my perfumes and stuff, but she had this little cabinet that she got rid of, so I was able to take my underwears and bras and stuff from under my bed, which was in two different bins. Now I made them even smaller and put them in one nightstand. So all of that, stockings, leg warmers, socks, panties and bras, kinky panties, footies, all of that is in one nightstand. But it's so neat and it's easier for me to grab. And then the little thing that she was gonna get rid of, you seen what I did to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have my little 3 bottles of lotion, my little
Yeah.
perfume, and my little jugs of chains that I keep and stuff. All that in there, all of it inside there. That's it. We don't have a dresser full of lotions and
Right.
perfumes and all types of everything, and you don't even wear them. And what happens?
That's
They go
right.
stale and they go bad,
That's true.
and you don't wear them. I utilize my lotion. Once my lotions get low and they have a sale, I get them and I stretch my lotion. So what I do, and I'm gonna do a video, I know you guys asked about this on the other channel. I stretch the lotion. So when I get a full bottle of lotion, I take an empty bottle, split it up, and I put glycerin, black castor oil, and coconut or olive oil, depending on how I feel, and I shake it up. So now I got 2 bottles of lotion out of one because it stretches and my skin stays so soft. It literally stretches my lotion. So I don't do multiple bottles. When they empty, I go buy more. That's what I do.
Okay.
You want to do that too?
Yes.
Yeah. See? But it saves you money and it's good because you're putting good stuff in your skin versus a whole bunch of, I don't know what's in the lotion. It just
That's
smells
true.
good. So that's what I do. I'm gonna share that with you guys. You guys are gonna see her room reveal on that channel. But I think it's gonna be about 3 more videos, 2 or 3 more videos of purging and us getting the room clear. I say probably 2 before I show you the actual room reveal and the things that we've been doing to get the room prepared, the pretty part of it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna share on the other channel, and I know she's excited because I am excited. I'm ready to go back over there now because I got to do some work anyways. So somebody said something awesome, sharing your experience. She said awesome sharing your
Okay.
experience.
Okay. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, she never did this before.
Never.
I can't wait for the next video. It will be coming. And then you two are amazing. So amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And growing with the greens. Dang, I'm late. Hey lady. Hey girly. It'll be up. It'll be up. It'll be up. We're talking about purging and decluttering the home. You remember me and you talked about that and getting things organized all over the home. So that's what we were talking about. This is my mom-in-law, and she was sharing her experience of the purge and how her feelings of depression and all that stuff are now gone because of the release of all these unnecessary things in her life, and just sharing the experience of wanting to come home
Right.
and getting a peaceful sleep now.
Exactly.
But before, she'd get off of work and try to find something to do until she was tired and ready to go home and get into bed and just wake up and start the day all over
Right.
again. So that's what that was about. I thank you guys so much for joining live. I'm kind of rushing because we about to go through some information with the stuff with her room and just talk about what I've done so far. And I got to go hang some stuff and get some stuff done in the room because my husband is working already. And so that's why I'm rushing. So I thank you guys so much for joining me. And remember to stick to your script because you are the best at it. And I will see you guys later, Gators.
Thank you. Thank you for listening, being there.
They couldn't wait. They was waiting for this.
That's
They was
good.
definitely waiting for this. So y'all on the other channel, remember, we're gonna be showing the reveal. So give me about 2 more videos of sharing the stuff that we don't want to do before we get to the pretty stuff. And then you'll see a reveal, and I'll let you know ahead of time if it's gonna be a live reveal or we'll just record the reveal. So all right, guys, you guys have a good night. All right.
All right. Good night.